What's up, everybody? James Robinson, Truth Teller here for Newscaller.com. If you had an opportunity a couple of days ago, we linked to a piece by Salon.com. Salon is a extremely progressive, left-leaning website. They provide commentary, etc. But they had an interesting piece up, which was titled, "Riots always begin typically the same way. Food stamp shutdown looms Friday." And I was like, wow, I was kind of behind on this particular subject. So I was like, let me read up on it. And here's the breakdown, more or less. Tomorrow, November 1st, which is Friday, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, aka food stamps, and here in California, CalFresh, will they're going to cut $5 billion, I said $1 billion out of this program. Apparently, the U.S. currently is spending $80 billion a year on food stamps. That's approximately 17% of Americans, 47 million and counting. And that was numbers based off of a Washington Post piece. Now, it gets a little complicated, the numbers. Out of CalFresh on Friday, cuts are going to begin to the tune of 457 million coming out of CalFresh alone. So as I'm reading this, I'm like, wow, it even gets a little deeper. The Republicans actually voted on some more cuts. Within 10 years, they want to eliminate 39 billion with a B, out of this program, out of the SNAP program. So I was thinking, I'm like, $457 million coming out of CalFresh. How is that going to impact us locally here in the high desert? So I went to CalFresh population stats by city from the San Bernardino County, and these stats were from last year, 2012, and I provided a link for you below. This is I think gonna really hit the high desert hard, and I made my provocative sign here: EBT cuts, Democrats, Republicans, November 1st. So check that out. Now here's the numbers, and as I was reading and digging into the numbers, it's extremely staggering. So I pulled numbers for 5 of the local cities up here: Adelanto, Apple Valley, Barstow, Hesperia, and Victorville. In Adelanto, there's approximately 11,000 folks on CalFresh, 32%. Apple Valley, 15,000, 20% of the population. Barstow, 9,000, 33% of the population. This is only CalFresh numbers. Hesperia, 23,000, 23%. Victorville, 33,000, 25% of the population is currently receiving food stamps. Now, to get into the actual aid, welfare, Adelanto, 47% of the population. Apple Valley, 28%. Barstow, 47%. Hesperia, 34%. And rounding out with Victorville at 37%. Those are some scary numbers, and I was like, wow, as I was going through this, with a total number of, and these were last year numbers, 90,000 folks up here in the high desert are currently receiving CalFresh food stamps only. If you add the welfare in there, it's even higher. So the question is, how is it really going to impact the corporate side, public safety, etc.? So I'm like kind of digging into some numbers a little deeper. Approximately, if you have a family of 4, the maximum benefit for CalFresh is $668. Well, it's going to be reduced by 5% to $632. That's equivalent to 19 meals per family of 4. 19 meals. That's a lot of meals. That's a lot of food. It kind of breaks down to more or less 4.85 meals per person. With 90,000 people up here in the high desert, that's a lot of meals. That's some serious beans and rice you're going to have to be eating. And I was looking at this $668, and I got a family of 6, and I'm like, whoa, I don't even spend $668 on food. We try to just, cook healthy meals. So that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. So that's just quite interesting. So I want to know from you people, do you think petty crimes as a result of the cuts are going to go up in the stores? Do you think people are going to start shoplifting more? How do you think it's going to impact public safety? How long can businesses absorb the cost, the loss of the revenue? Will people in these supermarkets and so forth start laying people off? And you can't even see it at supermarkets anymore, because I see it at KFC, all of the fast food joints, even the liquor stores, gas stations are accepting EBT. So I don't know, people. It's going to be a trip to see how this plays out up here in the high desert. I am a conservative. Just, it is what it is. I'm a Ron Paul guy. And you got to call the spade the spade. Republicans did themselves an injustice by going after this easy target of the welfare queens. This is not the time or the place to be doing this right now. You know, you got to go after the corporate welfare queens first. Go after fraud and waste. And once you are able to demonstrate to the taxpayers that you can be solid and be a good steward of the taxpayer funds, then you could go ahead and go after welfare and the cuts. So in my opinion, I think there's going to be potentially some blowback, because you know how the liberals and Democrats get down. They are going to go on more of the emotion side versus the economics. Republicans have a tendency to go after economics, but they don't explain it necessarily to the general public as to how the economics are going to impact them. You're going to have deflation, hyperinflation, dollar devaluation, etc. So comment below, let me know what you think. I'm also putting the PDF up there from the county so you can actually dig into the numbers. I don't know. This is just, it is what it is. So once again, people, it doesn't matter if you drink tea on the left or coffee on the right. Just don't drink the Kool-Aid. I'm out. Peace.